Everything is electricity. First was the light, endless source, from which points out material, and distribute it in all forms that represent the universe, and the earth, with all its aspects of life. Black is the true face of light, only we do not see this. It is remarkable grace to man, and other creatures. One of its particles possesses light, thermal, nuclear, radiation, chemical, mechanical, and an unidentified energy. Man's body and brain are made from a large amount energy. In me there is the majority of electricity. The energy that is different in everyone is what makes the human eye, or soul. For other creatures, to their essence, soul of the plant is the soul of minerals and animals. Brain function and depth is manifested in light. My eyes in youth were black, now blue, and as time goes on, and straight, the brain gets stronger, they are closer to white. Electricity I am, or, if you wish, I am the electricity in the human form. You are electricity too, but you do not realize it.
The flow of energy is everywhere. It's fractal. A hologram. Illusions. Electricity. Sound is light, and light is sound. Electricity. The eyes are useless if the mind is blind. They say we are crazy. We take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Everything is light. In one, its ray is the fate of nations. Each nation has its own ray, in what great light source we see as the sun. And remember, no one who was there did not die. They transformed into the light, and as such, exist still. The secret lies in the fact that the light particles restore their original state. I prefer to call it return to a previous energy. It is forms of light, sometimes straight like heavenly light. What I wanted to know is what happens to a falling star as the sun goes out. Stars fall like dust or seed in this or in other worlds, and the sun be scattered in our minds. In the lives of many beings, what will be reborn as a new light, or cosmic wind, scattered in infinity?
So here we go. Actually, when you look at how geometry beautifully meshes together with music, it's just undeniable. There's no way. And then it makes you question, why the heck don't we use 432 hertz tuning? Because you're not making perfect geometry with 440 hertz tuning. It doesn't work. So this is a very, very important nuance.
While it is very widely recognized or understood within the
more new age community that there's a link between sound and light, and people that experience synesthesia will listen to music and see colors. You know, geometry becomes the music that we can't hear. It's the music that we see. So geometry is the music that we see, and music is the geometry that we listen to. So that's a way to think about this, because it's very, very powerful when you look at it in that context. So this is all exciting because we are finding the vortex matrix construct of our reality. Well, okay, so let me go ahead and finish on this then. Here's what I'm trying to say. So here, you have transverse waves. You have longitudinal waves. Never the twain shall meet. Until we realize that they're actually the same thing. They're related to each other. There's a construct that connects them that relates to the square root of 3 divided by 2, and a vortex that comes off of that. Transverse waves is what we associate with light, matter, radiation, and energy.
Electricity.
Compression waves is what we associate with mass, gravitation. Think about things like Higgs boson, Higgs field, time, space, vacuum, and scalar waves. What if the two are actually just mirror reflections of each other?
Sound is light, and light is sound.
That would point to some notion of fitting into some form of a holographic universe. And, you know, by the way, I'm not the only one to say this. There's a lot of mainstream scientists who believe this now. You know, but the way the mainstream works is they're kind of the last ones to come to resolution on things. It's usually the intuitives, the artists, the people who are psychic, who figure things out. That's why when I posted a few weeks ago that, you know, now time has been observed to go backwards, I thought it was funny because I posted it because I talked about that. I said that was coming soon. And now it's kind of becoming more and more. There have been many, many articles on that in the last few weeks. And the point that I want to make there is that, you know, when science finally gets around to confirming something, unfortunately, it's not really new science anymore at that stage, right? It's kind of like yesterday's newspaper.
Electrons have nothing to do with the flow of electricity. Electrons are the rate at which electricity is destroyed. Electrons are the resistance. The waveform of electron flow is the same waveform produced when you slam on the brakes and you hear that horrible screeching sound. It's not a nice harmonic sine wave. It's a very bitter, horrible sound of energy dissipation and material flying everywhere. Electricity flows into space between the wires. This has always been known by electrical engineers.
Sound is light, and light is sound. In the 7th week in the womb, we develop our pineal gland. The optical nerve is directly connected to the pineal gland. However, the eyes are useless if the mind is blind. The mind is blind. If the mind is blind.
Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
times 7 is 49, is also the incarnation cycle according the Tibetan book of the Dead. It's reincarnation, so to say.